who is going to be the chairperson of the Michael Marslew Peace Foundation.
Now, I know we've lost our dignitaries today, but I would like to begin by acknowledging the presence of the Attorney General, who's actually been with me for the two most significant moments of my life, my admission as a solicitor, and also here for the beginning of the Michael Marslew Peace Foundation. So thank you for being with me. I would like to acknowledge the presence of the boss, Ken Marslew, the most wonderful mentor there is around. So thank you, Ken, for being here, obviously. My father, Louisa Mckimm, who was the first person who taught me that I could do anything I put my mind to. So thank you very much. And I'd like to acknowledge the presence also of our distinguished guests and our young people here today. Before I begin, I would like to get all of the committee up with us today. Danny is here, she's the Vice President of the committee, and she's also excellent at helping me upstairs. So I'd like Andy to come up, Brendan, Veronica, Chelsea, Amanda, Courtney and Luke. I want to begin by reading you a section of the Reverend Gordon Bradbury's sermon at Michael Marslew's funeral in March of 1994. Michael was taken from us in the most unjust and senseless way, a way which was contrary to his approach to life. Violence was not part of any aspect of his being and not the way any of us want to live. We would like to take revenge for Michael's untimely and cruel death, yet to do so would be to repeat the same senseless violence he experienced and he did not like or practice. I would ask you to express your anger in a manner that leaves a memorial to Michael. Get angry when you see or hear of war and violence being repeated or someone being put down and hurt. Get angry when you see a little kid being abused or neglected. Get angry when someone is denied justice or experiences prejudice. Give the love and respect you had for Michael to someone else as a memorial to him, so that we do not repeat this tragedy. By doing this, we turn this horrible incident around into a moment of commitment. Commitment to a better society, not to return to the law of the jungle. Michael's life lies before us to remind us not to take our lives for granted. And we are dependent on each other to live with dignity and to survive. Michael reminds us each day that we are alive. We can either work to be a better person or a better community, or just give in to this violence and put down. I have no right not to work for a better world as a memorial to Michael Kenneth Marslew and others that have been taken from us in the same tragic way. So, in addition to being a man of the cloth, we can definitely see that Reverend Bradbury was indeed a modern-day Nostradamus. He asked that in memory of Michael, we use our anger in the right way, to stand up and be heard if we see or hear someone being wronged. And we must accept that challenge. He also challenged us all in the memory of Michael to look after each other, because we are dependent on each other to live with dignity and to survive. Everyone in this room knows that Ken Marslew has been living this legacy for many years. However, Ken recognises that adults don't have all the answers, particularly to the increased violence we are seeing between young people. We agree with him. We believe that with rights comes responsibility. This foundation, the Michael Marslew Peace Foundation, will encourage young people to stand up and speak out in support of their peers when they see them being hurt or belittled. As young people, we need and we must take responsibility for ensuring our society is one of peace, acceptance, love and support. It is the unity that this culture will create amongst young people that will provide the environment for us all to live our dreams. The Foundation's activities will embody the creative, entrepreneurial and somewhat cheeky spirit of Michael Marslew that we have all heard so much about today, but most of all, we will all practice what we preach. You see, I've asked my fellow executive members to stand up here with me, not to embarrass them, as they may be thinking right now, but because I want to pledge something. I want to pledge that I will support them, that I will not be a bystander if I see them in trouble or being hurt, that I will respect them, and that I will encourage them to all live their dreams. I pledge this because I know each of them are incredible, inspiring and talented young people. It is this spirit of unity that can only be fostered by knowledge. We want to give all the young people here today and across New South Wales and Australia the opportunity to get to know each other, because we believe that is integral to this culture of peace we're trying to create. So I can see you all sitting there thinking, what exactly are these ridiculously good-looking young people, and I definitely include you in that, Ken, going to do to achieve this goal of young people standing up and speaking out in support of each other? Well, I'll tell you. Membership of our foundation is restricted to young people between 15 to 30 years. So guys, you're all in charge. The Michael Marslew Peace Foundation will begin by appealing to young people between the ages of 14 to 17 with our Stand Up and Speak Out days. It is participation in these days that will be a prerequisite for full membership of the Michael Marslew Peace Foundation. The Stand Up Speak Out program will be comprised of exercises that are designed to build a culture of unity among students. So before resorting to violence or verbal abuse to resolve an issue, we want young people to remember what they learn about each other these days. For example, please excuse my lack of creativity with the name, Joe Bloggs is quiet and reserved in the playground. We want young people to learn that Joe Bloggs is quiet and reserved not because he's being rude, but because he might be having trouble at home or has trouble relating to other students. The exercises are designed to show young people that many of the tough things we go through in life are shared experiences amongst our peers. By way of example, Danny and I have both unfortunately lost our mothers early on in our lives. So by getting to know each other, we understand that this has shaped our worldview. And I know in some way that our participation in this foundation is also a memory of them, Louisa Mckimm and Susan Kane. I will briefly explain one exercise that we'll be doing today after morning tea. Moving forward, this exercise will involve all students lining up on one side of the room in our lovely big basketball court, along with our facilitators, who will be our executive, who are standing with me today, and our training counsellors who are down there. They will be asked to move forward if they have experienced the situations our master facilitator, John Byrne, describes. The master facilitator will also debrief the students throughout the exercise. Situations could include, move forward if you have ever been hurt, humiliated because of your age, race, size, or what you wear. Move forward if you have ever been belittled for standing up for what you believe in. Move forward if you have ever wanted to do something but were too afraid. The young people who do not cross the room will be then asked to show their peers our sign of love, which Danny will demonstrate. A hand over the heart. Okay, today we'll be showcasing 5 exercises from our Stand Up and Speak Out program with the young people sitting down here today. I'd now like to move on to our other initiatives. We will be instituting a community work program, and it's with full membership of our foundation after the Stand Up and Speak Out program that students will have the chance to participate in any number of community projects, and they will receive their dog tag signifying full membership of the foundation. We will begin by getting groups of supervised students out into country areas in Australia, possibly helping out in shelters, farms or in flood-ravaged areas with building projects. We then plan to expand our community work to an international level, commencing in Asia, working on building programs in flood, tsunami and earthquake-ravaged areas. We will also send groups of students to orphanages and other community-run projects around the world. So, I hope you can see that we truly are building our very own Peace Corps. However, the opportunities for our members don't stop there. Like I said, we believe that with a culture of peace, that our emphasis on responsibility creates, young people will have the opportunity to live their dreams. We want our young people to know that they are capable of anything. With that in mind, we will be launching our inaugural film festival with young people between the ages of 15 to 30 asked to submit short 5-minute films based on what peace means to them. Details will come out on that shortly. So, I know I speak for all of us standing before you today when I say we are committed to engaging young people in our quest to live up to Gandhi's challenge, to be the change that you want to see in the world. Because we do owe it to Michael. This is just not any old peace movement. It's a practical, creative and engaging struggle for peace. It's a fight that we at the Michael Marslew Peace Foundation certainly won't give up on. We certainly feel privileged in a world of ever-increasing violence to say we truly are building an army of peace, where age is not a barrier to being the change that you want to see in the world. By doing that, we hope to live up to Reverend Bradbury's words. With that in mind, we also encourage all the young people in the room today to check out our Facebook and Twitter pages, social media, to keep up to date with the Foundation's activities, and to leave your name, school and email address with your facilitator during our stand up and speak out exercises today. Now, I'd like to mention a very special young Australian, Jessica Watson. Jessica Watson is living proof that age is irrelevant to living your dreams. We all applauded her when she sailed back into Sydney Harbour to become the youngest person to sail unassisted around the world. As Young Australian of the Year, she has set about encouraging other young Australians to live their dreams and to achieve big. She's also given us a special message, which I'll read out today for you all, and is an avid supporter of the Foundation. Jessica wants you all to dream big, act strong, believe in yourself, and know that you can do anything, even if it's just walking up onto a stage in stilettos and speaking. So on that note, I'd like to thank you all for listening and being here today, and we're looking very, very much forward to doing these exercises this afternoon. So thank you, and thanks.